Under the RSPCA's minimum expectations, dogs over 6 weeks of age are to be given a minimum of 30 minutes pleasant stimulation a day.
For dogs, going into a kennel environment can be a real significant source of stress. There are lots of factors or aspects of housing and husbandry that can affect a dog's ability to cope with a kennel environment, particularly when you think about the home environment that they came from previously. So for some dogs, things that are going to be difficult is going to be the lack of space, the lack of exercise, the lack of contact with people or other animals, particularly dogs. And so providing dogs with really fun and exciting activities can be a way of helping them cope in a kennelled environment. When we're working in kennels, it can become very difficult to stop and think of different ways that we can give dogs pleasant stimulation, and certainly that differs to what we're used to doing. So for example, going in, cleaning, feeding and taking dogs for a walk routinely on a lead. But there are lots of different ways that we can provide pleasant stimulation with dogs, and certainly taking advantage of the volunteers that we have within our centres. So the sorts of things that you can do is allowing dogs still to go for a walk on a lead, but instead of sticking to perhaps a 10-minute rule where you've got to be back in kennels, just giving the dog freedom to have a sniff and explore around, and letting them lead the walk rather than you.
You're going to play! Yeah! What about that? What about that one? Hey, good one. Come on, come on. Oh, thank you. Very nice. We do a little bit of sit. What have you got? You're just an old man, aren't you? So you don't know. Oh, can I have it? Can I have it? Can I have it? Hey? Can I have it? Oh, thank you.
Other things that you can do is letting two compatible friendly dogs out together in a paddock so they can have time being dogs and playing together. Oh, good boy. 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 That's much better. And can we lie down? You go. You go. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Very nice. Down. Good boy. Down. Good boy. Very nice. Have a paw. Thank you. Good boy. Paw. Good boy. Nicely. Good boy for paw. Thank you. Good boy. Another one. Thank you. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Oh. Boy. There we go. What a clever boy. And shall we just go and do a little bit of searching? Good boy. Two up. Good boy. Well done. That was very good. You can also just spend time sitting outside a dog's kennel, reading to them and just rewarding them when they're quiet. This works really, really well for dogs that are particularly fearful or anxious around people, as it helps them to learn that the presence of a person can be something really positive and really good. And you can build upon this over time, such that you can then get the dog out, do some training, taking them for a nice walk, and they start to really have fun and learn that people are a really valuable source of companionship. Other things that you can do is setting up search activities for dogs. Obviously dogs have a really strong sense of smell and it's their primary sense, and using their nose can be an excellent source of mental stimulation and give them lots of fun, and it can be really rewarding. A really simple way of doing this is just hiding some really tasty smelly treats round outside a paddock or on the route that you normally walk, and just let your dog use his nose, and obviously he's then going to get a nice tasty treat at the end of it as well. Other sources of stimulation are grooming, so obviously this isn't going to be the case for all dogs because not every dog enjoys being groomed, but for those that do, it can be really great contact from a person. And if you have a dog that doesn't particularly like being groomed, then you can just sit down and do some petting or some stroking and just some real one-on-one time where the dog is your sole focus and he's getting lots and lots of love and attention from you. When we're thinking of pleasant stimulation, what we need to be thinking about is activities that dogs find enjoyable, rewarding and are fun. So anything that makes a dog feel frightened or anxious cannot be considered as pleasant stimulation. So for example, taking a dog to a vet or transporting a dog somewhere is not likely to be pleasant stimulation because many dogs find these sorts of activities frightening and a source of anxiety. We know that for lots of animals, having a predictable routine can really help to reduce levels of stress. This is particularly the case for some animals that have come from home environments where they were able to predict rewarding events such as going for a walk, being fed or spending time with their owner. So coming into a kennel where suddenly lots of events happen at lots of different times can be really difficult and can hinder a dog's ability to learn to be able to cope with that environment. So actually providing something that is rewarding and of value at a predictable time each and every day can help to reduce the levels of stress for dogs.